This is so stupid.
Are we live?
I think so. I think we're live.
Do it.
How do I can't get the comments.
Nah, man, we're gonna be live in a second.
I
We're
can't
live.
get-
We
it's
are
not coming
live.
up. It's not coming up.
What do you mean it's not coming up? You
I'm
hit
on
play?
YouTube. I don't see you.
Yeah, same, man.
I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at it. It says play again, go to library, preview. Man, we are live.
Here we go to videos.
The humans can hear this, man.
You sure we live?
We live.
You want me to
man.
kick off the intro? All right,
Kick it
I'll
off,
play.
man.
Boom.
Live! It's Friday Night Greg with Greg Stone. Featuring Anthony DeVito.
Musical
That's
guest.
me.
We didn't book
Hey,
one.
And now, please help me welcome your host from Astoria, Queens, in the world famous New York City, Greg Stone.
Oh shit. Hey.
Oh man.
Another successful kickoff.
Oh, man.
Anthony comes here. Anthony's here too.
Oh, my.
Mr. Sidekick Anthony DeVito. Welcome
What's
to
up? Let me
people.
see with him a little bit.
I gotta get a water.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's fine, man. Take care of yourself. What happened?
Woo.
Oh man, I couldn't tell if we were live. I was sucking too hard in the thing, and then it went into my soul. I
Hey,
gotta get
man.
water. Hey, how was your week, man? How's your week, Anthony? I'll get it in a minute.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
pretty good, man.
Thanks.
Not a whole lot to report over here. I'm pretty sure I think the cats are giving birth.
My wife brought me in a bottle of water and looked at me like, "Here, you need this, you dirty piece of shit." You
I wouldn't be surprised if she poisoned that water.
put rat poison in there.
I can't imagine Tita's happiness towards Friday Night Greg.
Yeah, well, I already bought a Voltron because of it that I didn't want. Last week got too high. Bought a Voltron online right after, and then the big box comes with children's toys that I don't collect. And she's looking at me like, "Oh, who's this for?"
Yeah, in a
knows?
time of essential needs, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
In a time where it's like, hey, do we need this extra roll of toilet paper? You were like, I don't know about that, but we need these 10 Voltrons.
Yeah, 5. Man, I hit the thing. 5
Must have been.
Voltrons.
It must
What
have
do
been
you
so
want?
hard for the delivery guy not to be able to high five you when he dropped that off.
Well, he didn't drop them off individually. They were in a big package. They weren't like loose in the mail van with his kids
I'd like to think they're in 5 packages and they all join together to be
to
delivered.
make one
as
giant big package. That's pretty good.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I don't know a lot about Voltron. You know a lot about it?
Anthony knows shirts, and that's it.
I know,
No,
yeah. I know some stuff. Voltron just not being one of them. That's all.
I don't know a Voltron. I don't know like backstory on Voltron. You know what I do know? Backstory on Transformers. This is supreme. It was a much more supreme product. If you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. They've never made a
Voltron.
yeah.
What?
Have they ever made a Voltron movie?
Yeah, but
Oh,
not
really?
live action. They
Right.
probably did some old bullshit cartoon one, or they probably did one of them ones with them costumes like the Power Rangers. They never did that. But Transformers used to fight villains. Who the fuck Voltron fought? Goblins, space goblins.
I mean, come on.
Did you know that he used to fight space goblins?
No, I don't even know what are goblins doing in outer space. They don't even have them on Earth.
That's exactly my question. What are space goblins doing in space? Don't they have their own planet to be in? They're just
Right.
flying around space,
Exactly.
starting trouble.
Yeah. What's I get the agenda of an alien robot in outer space.
Yeah.
A goblin's agenda, I know for not.
Who could know?
Exactly. Like
Unless,
they seem like such small time crooks, you know?
yeah, goblins are just for scaring children.
Right, right, man. They work. They don't have a lot of ambition in my head. They work mainly on Halloween, and then they take 364 days off. Is that fair?
Greg, point the label out for our sponsors. Let's get that kickback.
That's called liquid ice, right? That's his product I've been pushing for a while. You heard of liquid ice? What's that?
No, Greg.
No.
Tell us about it.
It's the freshest thing in getting hydration.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know how much you like. Ask me this: y'all like ice,
Yeah, who doesn't?
I like, yeah.
right?
That's great.
What's the biggest problem with ice?
It
Too
melts.
hard.
Very hard. What'd you say? What'd you say, mustache brother?
I said it melts.
Melts. That's actually a good thing, because that's when you want it. That's when you want ice, when it's melted, liquid ice. 10 for $4.
So you
How many
said,
calories? How many calories? Something that good must be 1,000 calories.
0 calories.
Get out of here.
Fish also live in it, but not this stuff. We got the good stuff. No fish in these. No. Did my mic just go out?
They try to censor you. That
Yeah,
ice
you know what I
lobby
mean?
coming after you.
Yeah, you don't want
Dude.
big ice on your back, bro.
I'm having microphone problems. I don't know if I am. Maybe I'm having it's headphone problems. Let's see what they're saying in the chat, my friends.
Yeah, I would
What do you
love
think?
to. I can't figure out how to get
I
in.
got you.
I'll read you one.
All
He
right.
said they are fixing them when quarantine is over. I
Fixing
don't know what
what?
that's talking about. I don't know what that is.
Fixing.
The cats.
Too high to
Pregnant
read.
cats.
Oh, they're fixing the cats. He knows? They know?
There's the
I'd
broken
love
cats.
to know, man.
You
I'm
have broken
grilling.
cats?
Man, my cats, something's going on with them. I
Really?
think I think it's a birthing situation. I told you how I woke up 2 days now this week to blood all over the patio bench. And I've been trying to ask the other cats, but no luck there. I can't hear you guys.
Greg, you went cold.
Yeah, yo, man, what's up?
You got ice in the mic cable or something. Liquid ice.
Yeah, man, what happened there?
Oh boy.
This
This is how good he is. Remember we rehearsed this, but we never thought he'd nail it. He's nailing it.
Yeah, this is
The old no mic bit.
yeah, this is a great bit. Yeah, man, this sounds good to me. What do you think might be going on, Shaq?
Right now, my audio experience.
No, not that. That who knows about that? No, I mean with the cats, man.
Oh, the cats. They're returning to nature. They're taking over the world. This is it. The balance has changed.
That's an interesting idea.
They're
You
making their
think
move.
that the cats, having been so upset for years about the Chinese people eating them, have decided to elicit this horrible plague starting in China and spreading out throughout the world.
I mean, I don't know about that eating stuff, but
They did, but they didn't. They have a. They I don't want to give away too much here.
too many
Checking?
glasses.
Checking?
Oh, there we go.
I
Check.
can't
Can you hear
see
me?
without my real glasses.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we all hear you. You're back.
Yeah,
Really?
man.
I thought you
Yeah.
guys told me my mic was broke.
I mean, for 2 minutes you were silent. We just heard you now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't say anything.
I,
I
have
mean,
no
you
idea.
did a whole thing.
Yeah.
The
I proposed something and then you didn't answer at all. So I just assumed you didn't want to talk about it.
What did you
And-
propose? I'm super stoned, man. I got too high. What,
No,
what did
that's
you
fine.
propose?
No, I was just talking about the cats, and then you went radio silent for a couple of minutes. So I was like, I guess Greg.
No, I was listening
about
about the cats. I was listening about the cats. About
Oh.
them being pregners. They may be pregnant because of the blood.
Yeah.
I was so into that story.
So wait. So are you okay now with the audio?
Can you
sound
hear
good.
me?
Yeah.
Then that's something, huh? Because I
It
didn't
really
do
is.
anything. I just stared at everything. We went tech down, and I just stared at the machine, and I said, "Brother, this is up to you. I can't do anything to you." I
And the
can't."
machine came through for you.
And the machine said, "Dude, I got you, man. Kicked us
Yeah.
back in."
That
Right.
goes to show you, man, you just gotta be nice to these things, and maybe they won't take over.
Treat them with respect.
Treat them with respect.
essential heroes, electronics.
Yeah. Keep them charged.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know much of else you could really do for these guys to help them out.
I propose something. Let's say you got something you haven't used in a while. Walk it over your charger. Give it a little juice. Don't use it. You know what I mean? Give it a little juice. Hey, man, have a little power, even though I haven't used you since the 80s.
Yeah, just a little attention. Plug it in. Plug it in. Make it feel, give it that surge that it needs.
Spray paint it a different color.
Oh.
Give it a, look at this new coat of paint I gave you. Old Walkman, please don't kill my family and all of the Skinners, as you call them. They call us Skinners because we have skin.
Yeah, man. Just remember who never called you a flanker.
Do you think when the Matrix there was a missing scene of Neo going up to the robots and going, "Hey, do you know my Walkman?"
I think there was a lot of that. There's a lot of microwave jokes, a lot of Best Buy stuff that they cut right out of that.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to say anything, but you look a lot. You remind me a lot of my toaster. I don't be weird, but something about you. It feels like we're in my kitchen for years on end.
That's so funny. The Terminator has got a gun to the back of your head, and you go, please look at this picture. It's my old toaster. I was so kind to it. I was so kind to it. And then they go, all right, maybe you're not. Maybe you're one of the good ones.
Yeah, that's why you got to keep pictures in your wallets of you just wiping down your electronic equipment with like a smile and like an arm around it and stuff like that. Just so eventually when you get in that situation, they go, he was our friend. He's always been nice.
Dude, every time you when you're fucking your sex doll, your robot sex doll, you just whisper in its ear, talk to him for me. Let him know tell him about how I went down on you for so long.
Yeah, remember who bought you roses. Tell him.
I can't tell if I'm a little out of control right now mentally, or if this is the funniest thing I ever thought about my life. These robot things is very funny.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, man. I'm riding with you. I'm right on board, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the motorcycle if you want to steer this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
You get on my back.
Yeah,
and we'll be together. We'll be a team. And Shacky's the road that we put our dirty, muddy boots on. The dogs shit on the road.
Well, here's the thing. Now, there's going to be some people when they take over. There's going to be some people that side with the robots too fast to try to get on their side.
Right. Those fellas.
Yeah.
I always thought, all the polluting. I was like, I hate all of you. Team robot.
Yeah, I tried to marry my MacBook. Did you know that? I tried. They wouldn't let me. But I've always.
I'm at the coffee shop. 2 coffees. One for me. One for the computer.
Yeah, man. If I'm on a plane, 2 seats. You know how I roll. Every time. I look at this thing like a person.
Yeah. I would always tip the plane when I'd get out. I put a few bucks in the seat cushion. Yeah. Do what you want with that.
Yeah, most people thank the pilot, not me. I thank all the buttons.
Now, let me move on. Man, I don't know if I have to move on. I just can't read the room. I'm losing touch, Anthony. The brain. Yeah. Let me just walk you through a little bit of it, okay?
Please do.
Regular, you're like this. This is who I am. And slowly your brain starts to float out of your head. Right? Currently, my brain is here. There's a little bit. Like, I know I'm talking to people. I know Shacky's my friend, but I pretend he's not. You're my best friend forever. I know that I can communicate with you.
Right.
I know we're all communicating right now.
Yeah.
That's what I know. Yes. I don't know for how much longer.
Well, if you want, you're contractually obligated for another 46 minutes. And by the way, that contract you wrote. So however long you want to go, you could do this thing.
I'll stick to it.
I say you stick to it, man. I think you're fine. If you get super duper freaked, and
I'm not freaked.
Need to geek the fuck out of here, go and get. But I think you're fine, man. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm geeked. I think that my brain might be coming up with crazy shit, and I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? But I see people I love, and that's making me feel pretty good. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe you're ruining your career. Don't matter. I'm on a boat with some people I love. So
There's no way that Friday Night Greg could ruin your career.
I don't have a career. Is the thing. You know what I mean? You know, I got
What you got?
friends, and I got this liquid ice.
Yeah, yeah, man. That was
Throat is burning.
the longest ad for liquid ice that you could possibly do.
Yeah. Did you ever see an airplane like flying in the air?
Yes.
And you're like, every one of those has a lot of people, and all those people think that they are the coolest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here, like, bro, I'm the coolest, right? But you look in the sky, you see an airplane, everyone in there is like, man, I'm pretty much the coolest guy on this plane, you know?
I'd say,
And that's constant
totally,
flights.
man. I'd say if the pilot was smart, he would say that a bunch over the intercom. Just because, you know, when you're on a plane, you're so worried about dying. But if the pilot came on and goes, man, but these sons of bitches on the ground ain't got nothing on us, hey boys? We're up in the sky right now. If you wanted to, you could take a piss. I wouldn't recommend it. I'll open the window. Nope, I won't. But you good?
But you good?
You should.
Hey,
Guess what?
good.
We take a dump up here. That goes on somebody's head.
Is that how you think it works, Anthony? That when
Yep.
you poop in the bathroom in a toilet, that it just goes and
Straight
it just
down.
straight down, and you're never hearing on the news about turds that hit people in the face.
They break
Giant
up in the
human turds.
air. They turn to gas.
Not my kind.
Turn to farts.
Yeah, in the air. They break the sound barrier and turn to farts.
Huh. Interesting.
Anthony, let me ask you a science question.
Yep.
And if you got to get science on me, go.
Okay.
Don't worry about funny for the next minute. Just worry about science.
Okay.
But if it's funny, I'm cool with that too.
Sure.
If you can scientifically change a turd
Mm-hmm.
to a gas, that's a fart, right? But you'd still have to call it a fart. I think I might throw up, man. Just crazy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think so, man. Once it turns into gas form, it becomes a fart.
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to call it that. You can't be like, this is the new type of poop.
No,
It's in the
you
air.
can't.
No, it's an old type of poop. It's an old
You can
fart.
call it an air poop, but that's disrespectful to farts. Or is it this, that farts want to be identified as their own thing, and they find that to be disrespectful?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was thinking this. You think they ever put
You should do ecstasy
Planes-
or something.
bro, I feel like I'm gonna tell you this is the craziest, man. Because for some reason I was watching the thing, and
Yeah.
it was I didn't see. It's like, all right, let it go when you see yourself, but I didn't realize that I was controlling that, or something happened, and I wasn't paying attention, and I took too big of a hit from this thing, and now I might call the paramedics. I don't know. I might have to be like, get over here. But
Nah, man, you're good. Ride it out. Just
let me
be
ask you this:
be comfy, man. Get cool. Get close.
get cool, get close, get electric.
You know what you need? We need to circle our energy. We gotta get in the
Wiggle up.
groove.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the problem. We gotta
Let's
get you in
a
the
slow-
groove.
Let's get a
I
slow
thought we were
whip
doing
going.
fine. I was having a good time.
There you go.
Nice slow whip. We don't gotta go crazy all the time.
Nah,
Now,
whip it up.
do you ever think they put helium in planes because they were like, fuck it, it's a safety measure?
What do you
You know?
mean?
They're like, if this thing's going down, just also fill it with helium so it'll float. know?
Yeah. Hey man, I think that's another great idea, and also makes for a much more fun trip in the air.
A lot of fun voices on that plane.
Yeah, man. Everyone's having a good time with them squeaky voices.
Yeah, I might.
I like this technique that you're doing on the show today, where you talk and then somebody else talks, and you back up for a while, and then you come back in long after they're done talking. I think it's a cool rhythm.
You and Shaggy talk for a second,
Okay,
just for a second.
All right.
sure, man.
This could be
Jack,
all
is
right.
that possible? That helium thing that he said?
To make the plane float up?
Yeah.
I gotta say no.
You know what? It adds up.
Maybe isn't that what a hot air balloon is? Basically, I don't think it's helium. Maybe it's helium.
I think you might be right that is helium. Man, what's the biggest one of those things? How much does it seat?
The hot air balloon?
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Really?
It's a basket, you know?
So you're saying that you could do a fine dining experience on one of those?
Oh, yeah. It's a Top Chef challenge.
yeah. I understand. I understand that you won a Top Chef hot air balloon. Yeah, that's not bad, man. Kick people off. They parachute down. That's what it's down. Back your knives, and then they have to go down in a separate hot air balloon. Man, that would be great. Do you have any interest in taking a hot air balloon? I don't think I do.
I don't know. Do they drop the sandbags down? I kind of want to be the guy who drops the sandbags.
What's that thing?
Don't they have a bunch of weights like sandbags they drop down to raise and lower? Might be thinking of
I
something
think you might be
else.
right. I have to go. I've got something in my mouth.
Anthony's got to go?
He just threw up in his mouth, I guess. I don't know.
I just threw up.
He said he's got something in his mouth. I don't know what that means.
This might be the first time ever in late night history that on a late night show that a host said, hang on a second, walked into the room, threw up,
Oh boy.
and then came
God.
back.
And
And
the
then
other
to
guy
top
threw up.
it, the co-host went, hang on, for totally other reasons.
This
I
has turned
also have to
into
go throw up.
this turned into Stand By Me, the pie eating contest.
Wow, you mentioned
just
Stand By
made-
Me.
Anthony, we just made late night history.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time, I'm going to say it again because they need to hear it again, that a late night host in the middle of his own show went, I have to go vomit. Went, vomited, came back, and then the co-host, for other reasons,
Yeah.
threw up.
Yeah. I
Two
think
people
that,
threw up, unrelated.
yeah, we might. I mean, maybe we submit this for the Guinness Book.
Yeah, that never
Right.
happened on Rock Live. Remember Rock Live?
Oh,
man,
yeah.
do I remember Rock Live?
Yeah.
Man.
The main
Great.
character never went, hang on, guys, got to vomit in the middle of their show. And then you got that on tape.
Correct
Rock
me if
Live
I'm
was good.
wrong.
That's
Part
always.
of one of the storylines of Rock, his brother is a trumpet player, but he's got a split lip, so he's got to live with them till his lip heals. Is that the premise of why his brother's there?
I mean, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. A
I
split
feel
lip
like-
lasts a week.
He couldn't. It's 2 seasons, or I don't know how long that show was on.
No, I think Rock Live lasted quite a bit.
Well, it wasn't
Um,
always live. Started.
That's no, it
pre-taped.
was yes. It started non-live and then went live. No one asked for it to go live, but Rock decided we got to go live. What's funny, like they always like do like Rock live, like it's like anything can happen. Nothing ever happens, you know?
They just read the lines that they
Yeah,
wrote
they
and rehearsed.
just- Yeah. Like everyone like watches for this like added like, oh man, maybe like somebody will drop dead during their speech. Like, nothing ever happened.
A plane lands in the studio.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Now that Tyson fight,
yeah,
if those things happened, hot
That's
air
so-
balloon guy, parachute guy, Greg,
Yeah, Greg.
I'm waiting
your own
till you're
show.
ready.
What would you
I don't
like?
know what the waves
hit me,
are.
Greg.
I don't know what the waves are. I didn't want to interrupt, so I was just trying to get on. I was just trying to get online.
No, you're in. You're in the boat.
You ever think anyone who watched Rock Live watched it the whole time and was like, so that's who they got to replace Stallone, you know? And they're like, I don't know. He was a boxer. He was a garbage man. He had his whole family. I guess it was cool. They made him black. That's like the one guy who finds it like he's okay with this in the 90s. He's like, I guess I'm not that racist. They made Rocky, the show. There was no boxing. It was black people, and he was a garbage man. And that's when I realized I was okay with my life changing. You know? Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
I get what you're saying. I think that guy, that'd have to be a thought he kept to himself, or he would need people around him just like him. You know what I mean? Because I think
You
the
also
first
think
person he
that.
told, they'd have been like, yeah, it's a different guy, you crazy person.
Yeah, but then they
Are
did
you
it.
nuts?
Look at Creed. They did it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But
But
Greg
that
is talking
guy-
about, because it's Rock and Rocky.
I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. I think that one
follow.
guy
All
on
right.
Earth, one guy must have thought it was a show about Rocky. And then was like, I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
One guy on Earth, definitely.
Yeah.
for sure. 7 people drank cleaning products a week ago.
Right.
I
That's
think
what I'm
one
saying.
guy thought Rock was Rocky.
Was it only 7?
I don't know. Maybe it was like 30 or 40.
I also
Yeah.
think that a lot of those people are doing that anyway. So it's hard to, and I'm not a guy, you know, I'm not one of them guys.
Imagine
be
you're the guy
funny.
doing it anyway, though, and then you take a little too much. You go to the hospital and they're like, "What did you see the president thing?" You're like, "Oh yeah, that's why I did that." You know, you get like a
Yeah.
cover for once.
That guy's going to be mad.
Yeah,
That guy's
him.
going to be like, no, I'm not some
I
Trump
never did this
supporter
before.
who drinks Windex. I'm just a regular guy who drinks Windex. You know, like I don't want you looping me in with them. I do this anyway, but today I just went a little too far.
No, I like the opposite. He is a regular guy who does it, but he gets a pass. He goes, no, I never did. The president made me do this.
Oh, right. Yeah. This is my one time. Oh, it's the first time for me. He knows exactly where everything at the hospital is. He's like, you're going to go and you got to get the white stuff. And then, every week I drink a little, put a little beach in me, and I'm thinking I'll build an immunity. Hasn't happened yet.
Man, this show's getting political.
I'm the most political guy in town, if you think about it, right? Because I'm always thinking about politics. I'm always like, would I vote for to go left or right? And I vote right, and I'll go right. You know, like every decision to me is about choice. You know, it's about the choice, man.
Were you talking about walking down the street?
Yeah, because our brain
I see.
is a political system.
Everything is politics to you because it's all left or right.
Everything to me needs to be argued for in Congress, the Congress of my brain. You know what I mean? So I'm political, man.
Yeah.
All right. If I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I go, should we eat this? And then I'll go, yeah, maybe, man. And I go, who votes? We eat it. And I eat it. If I eat it either way, I'll be honest. Anyone have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Politics.
100%,
right.
actually.
All right. That's great to hear.
Yeah, man. Every decision you make is run through your brain, which weighs it out just like the government does. So you're more political than everybody else because you're thinking a bunch.
Yeah. And that's why you should listen to me when I say who to vote for. Because I'm always, I'm the most political master. What's your guys' favorite color?
Ooh.
Switch, man. I've been all over the road with that question. I'm glad
It's
you
a
asked.
hard one. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one, man. And why you have to commit?
Yeah, that's a great point, man.
Can I tell you a big problem with having a favorite color?
Yeah, please.
I was like, I think I'm gonna be a red guy, right? I was like a blue guy my whole life.
yeah,
right?
I know
I'm
what
like
you
blue. It's blue.
Yeah,
then I was
yeah.
like, you know what, man? Maybe I'll be a red guy.
Yeah.
Then I buy a bunch of red shit, right? Now I'm walking around with all this red shit, and I'm like, it's too much. I look like a goddamn walking tomato. So like, then I go, I'm gonna go back to blue, right? But now you got back to blue, but you still got those red shoes. That's embarrassing. Red shoes, red shirt, red hat. What are you, a Power Ranger? Anyway, that's my thought on that.
That's the danger too with those because then some people think you're gang affiliated.
Right.
And that's always the problem with those guys, man, is they took the primary colors.
Yeah, the bigs.
Look, if anybody doubts, Greg is a red guy.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Red car, even.
God,
That's
damn.
a problem, man. Then
You
you
look like
match
Suge
everything.
Knight. Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, but like I think that also changing your color is a decision. I also think if I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be orange. I'm gonna just make orange my favorite color. Then that changes your personality. You start becoming an orange person. Pretty medium,
What do you
good.
think when you think of an orange person? What do you think?
Like red is a tacky. Red
Yeah,
is
run
like,
me down the line. Let's go color for color, and you tell me what the people are like who that's their favorite color.
Isn't this all common knowledge? What colors are who?
No, man. As far
Really?
as I know.
Colors are
I think you know a lot of things that you assume we all know, but you're like a step ahead of everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
that's the politics.
Just like you said about politics.
Right.
All right, so give me somebody who's green is their favorite color. Give me everything about that person.
Green is a fun color. I think you're like you're strong, but
Okay.
you don't act out on it that much. You're like the guy who's been doing MMA for years. You're like, yeah, I don't need to talk to you. Like, I don't need to. If you want to fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Right.
Okay, yeah.
But they're strong and they're not abrasive.
Right. They're not showing off.
Yeah. Probably
'Cause
wear
green
cargo
isn't
shorts.
Green isn't like the top dog. It's in the mix of the top guys,
Yeah.
but it's not the top guy.
It's underrated great.
Yeah. Okay.
Green is underrated great. It's stronger. You realize that's the one you should have been with the whole time. It was like,
yeah.
like, dude, you are like my best friend.
Yeah.
You look at that guy and go, holy shit, like you're like my best friend. That's a green.
Yeah.
That's a green.
Post
personality.
red or blue, you go to green. because then
Yeah.
you're like, man, I didn't notice you the whole time, and you're the true thing.
Your Earth.
What does green pair best? No, that's not really the question.
That's like actual. That's what people get into that, you know, in the art world.
Sure. All right, give me a red person.
Red, fiery, abrasive, jump before they think. This is like he's fireballs, man. This guy's doing 103 on the Parkway, you know, weaving through traffic.
All right, when do you want a
got
red?
problems.
What situation do you want a red person to be with you?
Oh, if you're like you need Coke, if you're if you're what is it like what was the question?
Like what?
Tricky one, you're trying to trick me, you know?
No. I'm saying what? I'm not trying to trick you. Don't take me for a purple person, man.
No.
No,
Purple's
like
good.
what situation are you in where like, man, I wish I had someone by my side whose favorite color is red?
Yeah, a fight, someone who's like a businessman. Like if
Uh-huh.
you're opening a business, you want a red guy because he's going to take those shots. He's going to take the shot. You know what? He might not. A good red takes the shots and hit. Jordan's red.
Okay, I was gonna say
Jordan
give me
and
an
Michael
example
Jordan's
of a
red.
famous red. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an
Purple,
example of a famous green.
famous green. I would say who's the lead guy in Arrested Development? Jason Bateman,
Okay.
right? Jason Bateman is like, yo, this guy's really been funny for a long time. Seems like a cool dude too.
Now, what about people? I've never really heard people answer their. I mean, you hear people say their favorite color is black, and you kind of already know what's going on with them from there. But what about people whose favorite color is white?
Those whose favorite color is white. Those people
No.
I mean, like, I'm not talking race.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
Let's throw that away. We're talking straight white piece of paper. Some kid sees that and goes, "Woo!" Right? Gets excited for a plain white piece of paper. The kid's fucked up, man. I mean, that's not even a thing I even understand. Or an angel. It could be an angel. It's like, oh, it's just you're either an angel, you've come from another world to deliver me to that world peacefully, or you will eat someone before they're dead.
I would be honest, man. I would be highly skeptical of a person, not for racial reasons,
Yes.
but outside. I've been
Favorite color
more
is white.
understanding of a person whose favorite color is white for racial reasons than I would for color reasons. I would be I'd be very shocked by that.
Yeah. Well, actually, hold up. Right? Hold up. We're not thinking about it the right way. If you're talking like some people do love like white cars
Okay.
and like white, well, there's people who like that, you know, like old Italians and Greeks love white, right? They love the cover
okay.
shit in white. But I don't know that that's their favorite color. I
Can
think
I
it's
argue-
just what it represents. Yes.
Yeah. Can I argue this too? Is
What?
like some of them were like, some of these like old Italians and Greeks, we don't know their real age. They're so old, those are the only colors.
So you got it right. They got
You
nothing.
know what I mean? It was like they had white, blue, and that's it. And you picked a straight.
Yeah, it's because like when I die, I don't want to be afraid to walk into that. You know, like get comfortable with the afterlife, which is white.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But a kid that picks the white crayon, there's something wrong with that
Something
kid.
wrong, man.
Put him put that kid, send him to the principal and call a doctor of the brain. Kid's fucked up. Like they say, draw this picture, and he just gives you the white paper back and goes, "That's already beautiful, man. That's white." Blue, you go. Blue is nice. It's comforting.
Sure. Yeah.
What
Yo,
emotion?
I got an advanced poster for the new Fast and the Furious, so I made it my background.
That's me,
Yeah.
dog. That's the old red dress. That's like multiple different styles of red too. You can notice.
That's new
I don't
Fast and
just.
Furious.
I'm not just one kind of red guy. I do a higher tone red, a lower tone red. I'll do a maroon if I got to.
Yeah.
You know, if I got to.
Now,
Let's talk about purple. Sorry.
Yeah. I was about to get to the colors a little bit outside the fray. So
Yeah.
tell me about a purple person.
Purple is. Let me give you a ride with purple. Purple is. I'm sorry to be a little dirty. She takes her shirt off and she's giant gajangers, and you had no idea. That's what purple is. Purple is dark, but it's also sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's not looking to be. It's not getting in your face. It's
Purple
I'm
sneaks
fucking-
up on you. All of
yeah,
a sudden,
I'm
you're
sneaky
wild.
sexy.
Yeah, right. Give me a famous example. And outside of Prince, because
Prince.
he's most okay. All right,
The most
so we're
purple
just-
person. But we
Okay.
can keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would say on the female spectrum, you'd want to go with what's her name from the New Girl, right?
Yeah, okay.
You
Yes.
know,
Sure.
Zoe Deschanel, right?
Great example of a
You wouldn't
purple person.
necessarily. You
Yes.
wouldn't necessarily go like, oh, this is a model, but that's, oh my god, that woman is beautiful. And then also the personality is also purple. It's funny, it's funny, but it's also like, oh, I'm toned down. Right?
Yep. Because it's got a little bit of red to it, but then it's got the
Little bit of red.
coolness of blue.
Pink, a little pink in there too, a little sexy, man.
Yeah, and then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, now what about yellow?
Yellow is hard. I was thinking about it
I
a
love
little
that
bit.
too.
You know what I mean? Like yellow is tricky, because your brain immediately goes, it's doing things. Yellow can do more than you realize, right? You look at yellow and you go, that's a hothead, that's a crazy person, that's in my face, and then you go, no. Put yellow with black, right? Put yellow with white. He's gonna make white look cool. He does make things look real, and it's a very effective, but also shallow a little like you
Yeah,
might not be there
there's
the whole way
something-
through.
Yes, there's something about yellow I don't trust for some reason. I can't put my finger on it.
It's all up front, right? You don't know if this guy's fucking with you. You don't know if he's a guy who's being nice to you and seems great, but you think he might be a fraud. You know what I mean?
Exactly. 100%. What about gray?
Gray's cool, man. Gray's
Mm-hmm.
always been cool, but Gray's retired. Gray was like, this is the emotion of a man who was in the NBA in the 90s and is now, he's been retired for years. He's a great player. He's not going to he's not going to say NBA because he's not no flair, but he's like, I've been there. I was at the top, but I'm good here. Now, Gray was never at the top, but I'm saying the personality of Gray is that you're like, yo, I'm secretly fucking tough, dude. Black is the toughest. Everyone's like, yo, black is
Sure.
tough, right? There's hardcore black nothingness. Gray is like, yo, I'm like, you don't know this, but I'm gonna fuck you up too. I'm a tough guy.
So, sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
our resident scientist, I know a
Mhm.
scientist,
Uh-huh.
guy by the name of Taco,
Yeah, hell yeah.
did a little calculation for us real quick.
Oh, I love math, dude. Get me going.
Weight of an airplane, 4,000 pounds, 4
Uh-huh.
million pounds. Volume of helium needed to support 800 million cubic feet. Volume of Empire State Building, 37 million cubic feet. So you need like 20 to 30 Empire State Buildings worth of helium to support an airplane.
Wow, man.
We've got that's good. Now we've got something to work with.
If our
Man, we-
finances change, maybe this is something we can look into.
This is big. But he also said that I know more about private planes than anyone. So he didn't want to get into the private plane
Oh,
calculation.
yeah. Dude, I told Taco, I said, yo, because I said, we didn't have a guest there. I was like, because we did music 2 in a row. You don't want to do 3 musics. We didn't have a guest. I said, yo, Taco, how quick can you put a science experiment together? And he goes, people don't want to see science. I said, people don't want to see me. But we're doing
I
it
say-
anyway. Yes.
Yes, because of this, I think about a private plane. If you make friends with everyone before you get on the plane, then any plane is a private plane.
That's a good point.
Yeah, if you befriend everyone personally, and you're like, and you have to love them.
Yeah.
You have to be like, and I love this guy. This is my private plane. It's bigger than yours. There's 900 people here, all
Yeah.
close personal friends.
All you do is you call up Delta a little bit before your flight and you go, look, I'll throw you a little scratch. Give me the name of everybody on that flight. And you do a little bit of research. You get to know these people.
Yeah.
Then you get on that thing. All of a sudden, that's as private as it gets.
Or you can walk up to every person the day before and give them signs that they like drop like a smashed plane on their like a toy plane broken on their front yard, and they'd be like,
Okay.
I'm getting signals I shouldn't get on this plane, right? Threaten them, whisper in their ear like, I'm gonna blow this plane up. Like, just say shit, then the plane will be empty. If you could single-handedly make every person miss that flight through cerebral actions,
Mm,
you know what I mean, fucking with their brains, that's also a personal plight too.
true. Yeah. Yeah. Smart man. That's a smart man's game.
Multiple ways to go at it, but I would say that yours is that's a better time.
Yeah. Yours, when you're up in the air, might be a better time because you get so exhausted, man. Making friends, it's a lot of work. It's more work than you think. But going to the store and going to Michael's and getting all these model planes, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Also threats or letters.
Yeah.
You can just do it in a handwritten letter that says, like tomorrow's not your lucky day. If you just write tomorrow's not your lucky day and leave it on somebody's in their window, and they know they're getting on a plane tomorrow, they're not getting on that plane tomorrow.
Yeah. I told you the story one time. I was bored and the plane was about to take off, and I was reading a Maxim magazine, and the last page was just a picture of a clown, and it said it'll all be over soon. And I borderline got off the plane because I was like, I really thought this Maxim magazine was speaking to me specifically.
Dude, if you were walking I'm getting off the flight, you walk towards the pilot and you go, hey man, I just want to show you I saw this. I feel like a dick not telling anybody. I'm gonna go, but I just want everyone else to know I opened this magazine. I want all of you to know I opened this magazine and it says the first page said going down. So I'm gonna go. And I thought maybe you guys also might too.
And I would be, this is too, I'd be a fool not to take this opportunity that I've been given. I've been lucky enough to be given this sign. I mean, how arrogant of me to just not look at this and treat it as such. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. To run off the plane and not tell anyone is a fucked up thing to do. Because you're like, oh, it's leaving. But I'm too embarrassed for people to hear the reason why. Because
you gotta be like, she's finally given birth. you gotta make like a big show of it. Just be like, she died.
That's just so funny to me that some guy starts running off the plane and people go, hey, where you going, man? And he goes, sorry, I just look at the date.
Yeah.
You gotta realize you should all know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that's something.
You just go, hey pal, you seem like a cool guy. You got a family? All right, I'll tell you. I'll give you this tip for free. This shit is going down. Don't tell too many people though, because I'm not sure how many people I'm supposed to tell. I think I was
so funny
with this secret, or else he would have given everybody signs, but he didn't. He chose me. But for $4.99, I'll tell you.
Dude, also it's like, I don't usually have a direct connection to God, but I guess today is the day he decided to show me. Sent me a sign, and
he sent me a sign through a teen porno magazine.
I'm pretty surprised. Yeah, I'm a little surprised you're paying $4.99. You're not a monthly subscriber.
You waved past me. You waved me. You let me get in front of you in the lane driving here. I remember that. I remember that I couldn't get in and you let me in. So might as well let you know that we're all gonna die unless you get off this plane because of this old porno mag I read.
Yeah. Don't you wish you were a pervert now, don't you?
Yeah. Do you want to move on? Or do you think there's more oil in that well?
Should we go to the mailbag?
Oh yeah, we can do a mailbag. Yeah, I was scouring the well for more oil, but I couldn't find any.
Yeah, I think I was the bottom of that glass licking it. And it was dry.
Scrape that puppy clean.
Yeah, but I looked at it. I said, I still had a good. I looked at it. I said, there was still some good chocolate milk.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right, we'll go to the mailbag, Greg. So we got a bunch of questions coming in this week from all over the country. This one is from Jim, who gives a shit in Madison, Wisconsin. And
real quick, I got to do a stimulus check. This is a segment called Stimulus Check. Is everyone still stimulated? Is everyone having a good time? Are we okay?
Whip them if you're still stimulated. Whip them around.
We're having a good time. I just want to make sure, is everyone having a good time?
Yeah, Fetz just texted me.
Right,
he's loving it.
Great. Now, back to the mailbag from
That's worth a lot to me, to be honest.
Also to mention, the mailbag's been overflowing. We're number one in the ratings. The Jimmys, Fallon, Kimmel, they're gone. They don't even go on TV anymore.
Yeah, if you've noticed, they won't do their shows from their studios anymore. Now they do them at home. Coincidence?
Our only threat?
Yeah.
There is one guy coming up on our heels. Jim from The Office. He's getting pretty alive out
Oh,
there.
the Good News Show. That's
Yeah.
news though. That's a different category. This is late night.
Yeah.
He's a news show.
Yeah. He
different
gets a
things.
different Emmy than we get.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it
true.
is.
Different
category. Different genre. If you're French.
We're in late night show, musical, or science program category.
Yeah, best at home science show. Number one again. All right, so this comes to us from Jim, who
Right.
gives a shit, Madison, Wisconsin. He says there's been a lot of talk about. I guess North Korea is opening its borders,
Yes.
and several businesses.
Wait, I don't know. I agreed. I don't know if that's true.
According to this, I have no idea either. It's a world according to Jim, who gives a shit, and in his
Okay.
world, it's true. So
Tell me again. tell
Oh,
me
Jim
again.
Belushi. I used to watch that show.
it might be the same. Several businesses have expressed interest, I guess, in moving into this because with Kim Jong-un gone and
He's not. They saw him today.
no, I know, but I guess
The old email.
yeah, it's an old email. So I guess Disneyland is thinking about getting in North Korea. What would a North Korean Disneyland look like?
So the question is, what would a North Korean Disneyland or World? Because there's a big difference.
It says land.
The California version.
I guess so, man. I mean,
So we're
I
gonna
wish I
bring
could
the
get my hands
Jim must be a West Coast
California-
guy.
We're gonna bring the California version of
Wisconsin
Disney
guy, right,
to North Carolina.
I just,
No.
yeah.
Might as
no,
well
man.
open a Six Flags. You know, the hell are you talking about, man? You got to bring the Disney World if you're going, or bigger.
Totally.
I would say you go Disney. Dare I say Galaxy? North
No,
Korea. I'm opening Disney Galaxy. Everyone's going to be in spacesuits. We're going to serve oxygen in a can, like in Spaceballs. Everyone who thinks the Spaceballs, everyone at the Disney Galaxy believes that our future would have looked a lot like Spaceballs. So it's the Disney rides and also Lord Helmet. I think I may have gotten off track there.
No, that was a great answer.
Yeah, I think you answered
Jim,
that.
Jim, we're gonna send you a T-shirt. Great question.
Thanks,
Phenomenal
Jim.
answer.
Okay, then we got Mary Monroe from Sussex, England. She wants to know.
Mary Monroe from England. This is like the most made up shit I ever heard. That's like
Rick
J.K.
Baker.
Rowling's just wrote our letters, bro. What is she, Magic?
Man, I don't know these people, man. They were
Got
right
a
in.
name
What
like
do you want?
that? That's like a superhero name. What's her name?
Mary Monroe.
Mary
it says.
Monroe. That's
Yeah.
like Peter Parker. And she's magic. So whatever she's gonna say, all right, I'm gonna give a magic twist.
So she just says, I want to cut my husband's hair so he'll look so beautiful, but we don't have scissors. Greg.
She knows
help.
exactly how. A spell. Use one of your spells. Do like Okoban Zoko, and then all of a sudden he's got shorter hair for the rest of his God-given life. And it doesn't go gray. That's magic hair, man. That's great hair. Just tell him you're a wizard and do his hair with your magic. Kill a frog, put it on a plate, mix in some of them like Epsom salts and shit, or whatever you people do. Do a fucking spell. Next question.
Great answer, man. All right. This is it says Sven Gergen from Oslo, Norway.
Finally, a real name.
Gergen is fun.
Sven Gergen, he writes, I'm becoming a fish because of a venomous bite from a sea creature. How do I tell my kids? Please give me the speech I need to give them.
Sure, that's great. Wow, that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
I will also say that people always knew you were half reptile. Your name is Gergen. Okay, that sounds like a sea creature. You've always been it. Accept it. Love it. That's who you are now. You know what I mean? Your name is Gergen. That sounds like a thing that swims under the ocean. His children are scared of it, but he's friendly as fuck, dude. He'll help you read,
It's like a
dude.
dig at me a little bit
You
from the ocean.
you are from the ocean. This
Yeah.
guy's got webbed toes. That's not why. That's not a
Be-
sentence.
Remember, you're giving the speech to Gergen's
Right.
kids.
Let me start the speech. Let me start it. Sorry. Kids, gather round. Do they still say that? I don't know. Do young people still saying gather round?
No idea,
You
man.
know?
This is
No,
Norway, man. Who
I'm in
knows
character. That's what the dad would say to his children.
Gather round.
He
Kids,
says, gather around, kids. And then he tries to make a joke. He goes, gather around. Are you people still saying that? Gather around? Get out of here. Yeah, your old shit, right? Now, Daddy has got some news. Okay, you know how when you were in third grade, you had that new friend. Her name was Lee, and you said, "Why? She was different." I said, "Yes, this is an Asian person. There are different races." Remember when you learned that lesson, kids? Remember that? We met Lee. She was great. She was just as good as all your other friends because people are people. We're all the same. I'm going to become something like that. Different. It's like a different race. You could say it's like a different race. I'm going to become a sea creature. But I'm pretty sure that I'll be just the same dad, or I'll try to eat you. So I want you kids to be prepared to kill me if I come at you trying to eat you, because I'm going to be a sea creature. But there's a good chance when I come out of this, I'm a friendly sea creature like Puff the Magic Dragon or Lee. Remember Lee? We loved Lee. She still hangs around. She's great. Signed, yours truly, Dad.
Beautiful.
And Gergen wrote to the right show.
Yeah,
Gergen's cool, man. Thanks for letting me jam on your name. What?
Yeah, I think you really helped the Gergens out, man.
Thanks, man. I
We
also
got time for one more? I think we got time for one
we got
more.
one more.
on,
we
man.
got one.
We got to go. I'm just finally getting into this.
Well, you could go longer.
Yeah.
We have 9 minutes.
We
it
got
says.
time on the show. I just meant one more from the mailbag. We got a lot of
Yeah, we got
segments.
one more from the mailbag.
Right,
we
right.
got one. It's Rory from Queens, New York. Oh, hometown guy.
Ah, look at that.
Hometown, Rory.
All
Whip
right,
him for
so it
Rory.
says-
Whip him for
Whip- we
Rory.
got whip- for Rory, man.
Whitman.
All right, so Rory says, "Yo, Greg, big ass fan of the show. I love it so much. I'm a Seatown employee, and right now my DMs are full of women wanting to bang me out because they consider me a hero.
You
I
might have heard there.
selfishly
Free
don't.
meat, free women. Awesome. Already on this guy's team.
All right, but this is
Go
an
ahead.
interesting question he poses,
Sure.
man. I selfishly don't want the pandemic to end so I can keep swimming in women. Is that wrong, Greg?
Ooh.
This is a tough one.
Ooh.
Now he's swimming in women.
Yes.
Swimming in women.
That's what Rory
Because of the
said.
pandemic.
Yes.
Because he works at Seatown, or is that just like a fun fact about himself?
It seems like it's because he works at Seatown and he's getting
Sure.
laid more.
We're
because
trying
of
to
what
bang
so
some
he-
pots for him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are doing more than that, I guess.
That's pretty great, man. Like you're working at Seatown. Maybe he's hooking people up. Matters how he's getting laid. If he's like being like, yo, I can get you sanitizer.
Right. I mean, he
then
makes
not
no
a
men-
happiness. I'm not happy about that.
Right. Yeah. No, because that's not right.
That's not right. But if people are finally noticing him
yeah.
because they're like, I see what you are, then guess what, pal? That translates outside of the quarantine. Who you are in the quarantine is who you truly are. So
Mhm.
when you walk out of this thing, when these big metal gates open and we walk out of our underground dooms, and the sun hits our faces for the first time in over a decade, guess what, man? You're the same guy. You can walk into a bar now and you can say a thing like, I don't know, I watched all of Community in one day. That's not even possible by time, but I cut out certain parts. You can say shit like that, and they'll still love it.
Man.
You just got to know when to skip.
Yeah.
you know,
Killer,
even
man.
if you're trying to watch all of Community in one day. Jesus, physically more than 24 hours. So you have to go like, this scene isn't going anywhere. I got to get through it. And you got to pat and then hope the show makes sense at the end of the episode. You're just randomly skipping through shit.
You
But
gotta have
you
you gotta
gotta
have
go.
the episode guide ready. And the minute you don't like where this is going, you can read ahead and you'll be like, all right, that's good. I got it. On to the next thing.
Right, yeah. Britta finds out she's not that big of a deal. Okay, move on. It's a Britta episode. I like Britta, but
Yeah, me
I
too.
guess I like
I
Donald
think
Glover.
they figured her out as it went. At first, they
Yes.
were like, we think we know who this is. And I think it was too one-dimensional. So they figured
Yes.
her out.
They threw some clay on her.
Yes.
Molded her a little better.
Yeah.
You know who was great? I don't
Who?
know, Abraham Lincoln, a lot of people. Let's go to the next question, my friend Anthony.
Man, what a left turn that was.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Congress
Um,
is getting away with a lot tonight.
All right. I want to actually try this game. I think you might have fun with it. I'm not sure. We'll try one and we'll see how you feel. And then we'll move on to something else if you're not into it.
All right, I'm with it, man. I'm
Okay.
with you, as they say in those old movies about Italian stereotypes.
I'm with you.
Hey, I'm with
I'm
you,
with
man.
you.
I'm with you.
Hey, I'm with
I'm
you.
with you. Hey, is he with, how do you know I'm Italian? Because when I see this guy go, hey, I'm not with you, I'm with you. That means I'm really Italian.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
They say that as if it's a way of like, all right, this guy's all right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm with you. And they're like, okay. Then I trust this forever. And
Can
it's
I-
like, it's
Can
really
I ask you a
fun.
question, Anthony?
Yeah. Go ahead.
As two Italian men,
Mhm.
right? We know Italian men who weren't born that way, but find Italian with later years. You know, they
Yes.
all of a sudden they're just like, hey, I'm fucking
Uh-huh.
Indian. And it's
Uh-huh.
like you wanted to be Italian, but instead you didn't. You should have just said, no, I am what Italian is as well. You know,
'Cause
that guy exists.
Yeah.
I also exist.
Can I say why I think this is?
Yes.
Because I think when you're growing up, who you are is your grade.
Yes.
More than anything
Yes.
But then when you get out of the number system,
Dude,
and
this is
I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, I'm a junior. Then you don't know, you got to grab onto something. So I think
yes.
in a scramble, people go with their heritage and
Go
we've
with the
just-
color.
Yeah, they went with that. And if you're not some people go with, I'm a Jets fan, but then Jets
Yeah.
fan also leads to Italian. So it's like I think it's
Yes.
just a natural. Italians. It's a natural thing. I think.
That's why we need to do organizations and just see what happens. If you go every Thursday we meet, you can come if you love blue.
Right.
If like we're gonna be your religious people,
Mhm.
your football fans, we're all the commission who love the color blue. That's what we do. And I bet they'd all have the same personality and they'd love each other.
Totally.
We're the red. We're the Reds. We just love red, right?
Yeah, we just love red. We don't even know each other's race. We know we love red.
No, we don't. I don't even see what color he is. I don't see what gender
I
he
see
is.
I see one color, and that's red.
Yeah, never mind. This is 16 aqua. This is 16 aqua people. We all love aqua. Specific group. That's like Puerto Ricans, like a smaller sect. You have like I guess it doesn't go white, black, Asian, Puerto Rican. But like there's not as many because it's a smaller island.
Yeah, I see what you're
Aqua
saying.
would be the similar.
Right. Yes, I see exactly
know?
what you're saying. All right, so we got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, I need to apologize to the halftime stretch. We didn't have time to fit you into the show, but we'll get you on
Right.
next week.
Shit.
Halftime stretch.
We can do that
I
now.
apologize to the stretch.
Well, it's past the halftime.
Now
It's
got
the end
bumped.
time.
Got
Oh,
bumped. We had a
we had
jam-packed
to
show.
bump a segment.
Yeah, how did we have such a jam-packed show when this was the least effort
My
we put in?
apologies to the halftime stretch.
Good. Sorry, we'll get you on next week.
Yeah, we'll get you back.
All
We'll get you
right,
back.
so we have we only have a couple
I'm
minutes
loving
left.
that
All right,
mustache.
why don't we'll do one round of this. I'll see if you like it, and then you know what? We don't have time. Why don't we just do Greg's message of hope? And I think that's it.
Right. Can I say something before we go into the message of hope?
Sure.
I'd like to say that what I like about you, Anthony, is that you know when to talk over me. This is not in no way a dig or an insult. You know that I'm always talking, but sometimes it's shit no one needs. So that's when you'll like talk over me. Like that's how sometimes I'll be like, but sometimes I'm like, when I got something like a good joke, so you let
Yeah.
it go. But then also sometimes you're like, I don't know, you're talking about robots or some shit. I'm going to talk
No.
over this because it doesn't mean anything to anyone
The
or
robot.
myself.
Basically saying you're the kind of guy who could watch all of Community in 24 hours. You know what to skip
Yeah.
and what to focus on.
Hey man, don't allude to the fact that I'm Rory-esque because that's not true at all.
I bet you I could talk for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, with
And,
no charity whatsoever. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "What's Greg raising money for?" They'd be like, "Nothing."
What the fuck is that? What is that? Just
Is he
words are
trying to
always
get a
coming out.
record or anything? No,
No.
he just wanted to see if he could do it.
Yeah, it's like why Forrest Gump ran.
Yeah.
Greg just wanted to see if he could just talk forever. He's
Yeah,
still
it's-
going. But I love, okay. Hope
You
message
got
of
1
hope.
minute, man. Give him that message of hope.
1
and then we
minute.
gotta get
Yeah,
outta
all
here.
right. I'll go all right. But let me just take my time and be nice.
Yeah, no, take your
Hope.
time. I'm just telling you.
Message of hope.
All right. Hope. Right? We all
Hope.
say it. We all know. But how much hope do you really have? Right? Lock it down, people. Sit down. Grab yourself by your own arms and then realize to live is to receive. And what is hope? That's the ambition of receiving. You've received before, you'll receive again. Don't stop hoping, folks. We'll see you next week. I gotta end this thing.